When I was 6 years old, we lived in the center of the set of 3 very similar houses. I remember ours was purple, the one to the left was blue, and the one to the right was yellow. I recently had bought one of those big inflatable bouncy balls from Walmart, and had no one to play with me, so I played with it in the backyard by myself. After school one day, I accidentally hit the ball to the yellow house's side of the fence. I was going to ask my mom what to do, but a kid on the other side hit it back over for me. Thinking we could play, I hit it back over and he returned it. It became a daily thing, and I would just hit the ball back and forth with him until I got bored after school. The kid wouldn't respond to any questions I had, so I assumed he was just shy. At one point, I hit it over and he didn't return it, so I asked my mom if I can climb the fence and go get it. She was never outside with me, so she always thought I was playing alone, I guess. We only got the house because my mom was friends with the landlord, and the houses were just recently built. She told me that no one had ever lived there, that they were still trying to sell it. We moved not long after, but I still have no idea who was returning that ball to me.
"Mom," said the little girl, rubbing her eyes and standing in the doorway to her mother's room. "Mom, the Easter Bunny is eating my candy," she said. "Nonsense, baby," their woman replied. "The Easter Bunny gives out candy. He doesn't eat it." The woman lightly shook her covers and continued to speak, halfway into her pillow and halfway to her daughter. "Go back to sleep, baby." "But Mom," the girl said, "the Easter Bunny is eating candy." She now spoke in a more serious tone, almost if she was going to cry. Her mother sat up and opened her arms. "Baby, I just told you. The Easter Bunny doesn't eat candy. He hands it out to little children. Besides, it's not even Easter yet. Go back to sleep," she said in her kindest voice. "Okay, Mom," the child sighed as she turned to walk out of the room. The woman smiled and thought, "Crazy kid with her lively imagination," and went back to sleep on a whim. Out in the hallway, the little girl stood for a while, staring at the Easter Bunny eating her candy. She then sighed. "Mommy said I should go back to bed." The Easter Bunny smiled. "Good idea, child. Turn around now and don't look back." He flicked a shiny metal pendant at the child. She picked it up and cried as she saw what was written. A dog tag inscribed, "Candy." Yeah, okay. I was playing around with the radio once when I was a kid, just slowly spanning through the static trying to find a station. I had found an old television antenna, attached it to the side of our house, and ran a wire out my window to it with an alligator clip attached to the radio antenna, allowing me to get a way broader range of signals. So I'm sitting there early in the morning, around 2 a.m., slowly sweeping frequencies, and suddenly I get to this station that's playing this very weird crackling sound. It sounded sort of like cracking knuckles, or maybe Rice Krispies cereal, but with a fixed rhythmic pattern instead of being random. I sat there listening to it for a little bit, then it suddenly stopped, and this faint voice says, "It doesn't work. We're already dead. We're already dead." It took a second for the weight of those words to hit me, but when they did, I freaked the hell out and almost threw the radio across the room. I'm pretty sure it was just someone messing around with a radio transmitter, but damn if it didn't scare the hell out of me at that time.
In France, a young ambient musician by the name of Charles undertook an interesting new project. He was going to record the sound of himself sleeping and release it under the name La Nuit, which in English stands for the night. Charles lived alone in a rural area, which would remove things like car alarms, traffic, and such from being recorded. He planned his project for many months, acquiring the sensitive equipment to capture all outside noises as well as his own during sleep. Finally, on the 27th of September, he decided to execute his plan. He set up all his equipment and fell asleep at midnight. The next day, Charles reviewed the recording. For the first hour, the recording played only his own tossings and turnings, as well as some distant dog barks and a few car alarms. These continued through the second hour as well, until Charles heard something that horrified him. For at exactly 3 hours and 24 minutes in, the recording played the sound of his bedroom door opening.
If you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you'd like to, you can follow me at Twitter. The handle is @FuzzyPantaloons, and I'll see you all next time.